Hello. According to the NEA Higher Education Journal from fall 2009, only one student out of every 15 could identify Gandhi. None of them had ever heard of Ernest Hemingway. Bernard Schweizer is a professor at Long Island University. He is the one that wrote this article. Along with E.D. Hirsch, who is the author of the book, What Every American Needs to Know, Cultural Literacy, they have strong views on how our nation has lost our connection with other cultures. I will explore cultural literacy through the eyes of Hirsch and Schweizer, while discussing how cultural literacy can affect our communication with people from different cultures. First, I would like to cover Schweizer's views and Hirsch's idea of cultural literacy. Second, I would like to talk about how it affects us communicating with other people. And finally, we'll uncover how it can help us improve on our communication with each other. Cultural literacy affects communication every day. Students communicating with different cultures after college is very difficult because when we come into college, we don't have a basis on the other colleges of the other cultures because the education systems from junior high and high school are broken and they don't offer knowledge about other cultures. Understanding other cultures helps us understand the people better from those other cultures. An example, my family, most of them live in Greece, and when they came over to meet me for the first time, I had my hands under the table when we ate dinner. This is considered very rude, and they thought that I was very disrespectful before I even got to say anything to them. They eat with both their hands on top of the table. So before I even got to talk to my family, they had written me off as a disrespectful teenager. This is one way that it will bridge the gaps between our communications. In society, there are Americans who don't even know the amendments or their rights. They get into legal battles and they lose because they don't even know the rights of their own country or their culture. If we tie in cultural literacy with our curriculums in our lower education and higher education systems, we'll have more successful communication with someone from a different culture. As you can see, cultural literacy isn't just about education or learning about other cultures. It's about being knowledgeable about our culture, which helps us communicate with each other better. Cultural literacy in America is usually depicted as the higher elite of the people, which would be the people who go to private schools when they're younger, get into Ivy League colleges, and then they get thrown into places of power. Where low-income people, they have to fight really hard to even get anywhere into a place of power. An example of this would be me. I came from a small town in Indiana, and places around here and the different schools that I've been to here, they have different examples of what common knowledge is. A lot of the people here have a much stronger vocabulary than that of which I had in Indiana. When I got here, I realized how far behind I was because in Indiana, you either become a farmer, you work in a factory, or you become a stay-at-home mom, and that's it. America is a melting pot, and by broadening our horizons of different cultures, we can communicate with each other better and live in a better environment. By taking the time to not only learn about our country's traditions, laws, and people, but also taking time to learn of each other's cultural differences, we can bridge the gaps in our communications. We can become more tolerant of how and why people communicate the way we do, and more sensitive as to the way they communicate with us, as they do become more knowledgeable about their culture and vice versa. People who are coming here should give us the same respect. I think that by doing this we could prevent a lot of issues. My final thought is cultural literacy isn't just about someone else's culture or understanding where they come from, but it's understanding where you come from. And it's about understanding someone better to communicate with them on a higher level. Thank you.